Okay, so we have this article coming to us from the Washington Post, which is admittedly a year old, but it's a very poignant question. I feel that I am qualified to address. I cannot answer this question for all black men, but I can give a black man's perspective on this. Where are black men in the fight for black women? We home. That's where we're at. Or at work. We're chilling, Because are we talking about the same black women who for the past 20, 30 years told us they don't need no man? If they strong and independent? Is that who we're discussing here? Or are we talking about over the last 50, 60 years where they've allowed the no man in the house rule and the drug war, the in child support? Hillary Clinton, Bill and Hillary Clinton's child support, that 90s crime bill, man. Woo. They did a number with that one. Are you curious, like, where are the black men? Yeah, we were told we weren't wanted, so we did. This is written by Cortland Malloy, who, seriously, he looks like the old version of Ron from A Different World, don't he? Just put the glasses on him, or Elvin from The Cosby Show. Like, seriously. Why aren't more black men outraged into action when President Trump insults black women? Because we are not emotional creatures. We are, those of us of our right mind, we are not emotional creatures. We, see things from a logical standpoint, and really, it's nothing to get bent out of shape about. For months now, Trump has been targeting black women with white supremacist tropes. Low IQ, nasty, losers, dogs, stupid, he calls them. Sit down, he scolded a black female reporter at a recent news conference. His tone as contemptuous as a plantation owner whose black maid had dared to question his judgment and then dared to jump into his bed moments later because, hey, that's a daddy, right? That's Zaddy. Is that how they pronounce it? The Zaddy? I don't know. Like, I really don't. I've been searching social media and other outlets for signs of a concerted response by black men. A new favorite quote of black women, from Beyonce to Gen X bloggers, seems to be one from Malcolm X, uttered back in 1962. The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. 1962, you say, huh? What happened after that? Well, the government came through and made sure that they sealed that on up, right? They gave them the welfare state. They gave them, the no man in the house rule. Hey, you can have all the kids you want, but that father can't be around. Oh, and by the way, we're going to completely destroy the economic structures and the industry in most of these areas, and we'll let a few trickle through, but for the most part, fuck them. That's what we got the drug war there for, right? And all the poverty. And she sat right by his side and was like, okay, show Zaddy, whatever. Period. With a T. These broads are weird. And Malcolm concludes by saying that a black man should be willing to lay down his life to support and protect her. That was a real good grift at the time. It made sense. I did a video, because I'm dropping this one tomorrow. I did a video yesterday where it's an older gentleman who's like, oh, you gotta provide and protect. To this moment, it's my biological nature to provide and protect. But here's the thing: since then, they've been shooing us away. They've been pushing us away by, at the same time, swearing they're helping us. No, you're not helping. You haven't helped. You haven't helped at all. You've helped yourself. Congratulations. Now we have generations of young people completely broken by the choices that you've made. But no. Continue. Is there even a hint of that spirit in reality? Not over here. Sorry, not over here. What I found was mostly black women once again organizing in self-defense, with a relatively few black guys giving shout-outs and way to go girls on Twitter and Facebook. Yeah, I don't even do that nonsense. Cheryl Lynn Eiffel, president and director of the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, was not satisfied with the responses. Well, oh wow, it's a chick. Oh my goodness. Do I have to bring up the Mugabe? What's attributed to Mugabe, where God can't satisfy these women. What makes a man think he can? Yeah, sure. Oh my goodness. Oh, a chick that's not satisfied. Who'da thunk? Trump's insult of black female journalists goes too far, and I will not accept the weary with outrage that is supposed to excuse the failure to stand up and refuse to accept this racist treatment of a professional doing her job, Eiffel tweeted. There are so many serious issues we must confront in the coming days, but we cannot let this pass as business as usual. Well, here we are a year later, and haven't we continued as if business as usual? I mean, 94% of black women voted for Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton still lost. Sweetie, stop. Now, you've been over your sense of, that pumped up head you got is a little bit entitled. She came up with the hashtag to continue organizing. Enough is enough. I kind of want to go check that hashtag out and see if it's still popping, but I know it's not. The actress Anika Noni Rose tweeted a suggestion. Dear news outlets, you want to do something radical and powerful? Next White House press event with the president, only send your black women reporters. Hashtag, if you have any. Oh my goodness. Michelle Norris, a former colleague at the Washington Post and an NPR reporter, replied, please make this happen. A room full of black women gathering information. Others chimed in. I'm going to assume that Michelle Norris is Caucasian or Asian. I don't know. Renee H. said, what I don't understand is that not one of their colleagues stood up for them. Abola said, their companies and professional organizations affiliates should speak up. What about the black man speaking up? Nobody even asked. Yeah, because they told us a long time ago they ain't worrying about us. Have fun. We chilling. We good. If Trump had treated 3 or 4 African-American male reporters the way he did the women, would they denounce him then? But he hasn't. Why? Because maybe black African-American or quote-unquote black reporters are far more professional and have a sense of decorum. Who knows? Kimberly. I'm going to assume that's how it's pronounced. Kimberly Crenshaw, a professor at the UCLA School of Law and Columbia Law School, asked during an interview. There you have it. Of course we would. With black women still organizing on our behalf, of course. Who the hell said that? Barbara Arnwin, executive director of Transformative Justice Coalition, said Trump's attacks on black women had led to a flurry of organizing efforts by black women. Yeah, y'all was, like I said, 94%. We know you don't fuck with them. Okay, cool. We had conference calls about how to support these women, how to make our voices heard, Arnwin said. What is interesting is that black men do not do the same. No, because they're at work or in jail. We should be coming together, raising our voices in solidarity. But y'all said y'all don't want us. Y'all said, wow, a long time ago, I don't need no man. I'm strong and independent. Have fun. There are some black men involved, but we need more. Of course. Well, I mean, you can never have enough black men, right? Ding. We need them to be more organized and vocalized, loud enough to be heard, not mealy-mouthed and silent. Yeah, but we can't rock with you. Like, not those of us of our right mind, because we know that, chicks can't lead. Crenshaw noted that Trump's attacks on black women are rooted in fear, his own allegiance to patriarchy, and especially toxic brand of masculinity. Dude, writer of this piece, grab your sack, my guy. Come on, Ron. Seriously, who did Ron hook up with? Was it Kimberly? I'm not sure. I'm thinking about a different world now. Trump is more vulnerable to them because black women are the political constituency that is the least persuaded by anything he has to say. Yeah, because they white Democrat daddy that had them locked down for forever. Since the 60s, the Democratic Party has they have solidified their voting base via the black woman. Have fun. Enjoy. They know that a vote for Trump is not a vote for the working class because no group is more working class than them. By choice. Man, that's the thing, y'all. These single mothers sit there and pat each other on the back, and pat themselves on the back. Oh my goodness, I gotta do this for my baby. Nobody told you to do this dumb shit, except for your white Democratic daddy. And so and it's not just them. Like everybody, like they've been institutionalized. It's the same thing from CBS that I did a video on it. One on the official elected official channel. I think I got one floating around here on this channel, but yeah, I did a whole video on the CBS thing where they're like, yeah, we're gonna get institutionalized, and they'll always lean on the government and not even be concerned about being self-sufficient. And boom, that's exactly where we're at as a collective. So it's not surprising that at the very moment people are starting to recognize that black women are onto something. He sets out to undermine their intelligence and professionalism. What professionalism? Jesus, like what profession? And since black men benefit so much for black women's political efforts, what? How? Have you seen urban America, where it has been matriarchal since the 80s at least? I had a black woman mayor before I had a black man mayor in Irvington. It was Sandra Post or something like that. She was like one of the first black female mayors, I think, in the state. Man, miss me. Black women can enlightened self-interest should propel more support, but that's the thing. There is no interest. Though there is that, like, rocking with the black woman. I mean, no offense to the collective. Hashtag not all women are like that, right? But for the most part, rocking with y'all is detrimental because y'all swear y'all can lead. You swear you know what I'm saying? Like y'all swear leadership's just not in you, sis. It's really not, because whatever you lead is just disaster. You don't believe me? Look at any urban community, because the black woman has had control of these spaces since Malcolm made that speech, and they all went to shit since. Black women continue to cajole black men into voting. And they never seem discouraged, even though 13% of black men ended up voting for Trump. Which brings us to a recent event that ought to serve as a wake-up call for black men. Kanye West's embrace of Trump during a visit to the White House. Yeah, this was written last year, and I think we're done here. I really am. You, Ron, from you weirdo ass dude. You suck. Okay, you're terrible. Fall back. Ladies, this is the future you wanted. This is the future you chose. Deal with it. Okay? Deal with it. We have. One of the saddest thing any black man realizes or recognizes is that the black woman in general is not his friend, is not his ally. It's sad, but hey, it is where we are. At least those of us of our right mind. Trust me, there are plenty. That's why I told y'all the whole black thing. Like, look at this guy. Seriously. Like, it is great grandpappy, you know? I'm joking. But it's such a broad brush that really does not get proper discernment. It really doesn't. Not in the way that, you know, the white race does. No. So, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead and do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub. If you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day, don't forget to ring the bell. Don't forget to say to ring the bell, Jay. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute, you know, trickling in. You guys are trickling in, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Itty bitty droplets, and I appreciate it. But nothing quite helps like you guys just tossing it out as well. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? I hope I didn't come across as too harsh, because ultimately, at my base level, I do love black women. We as men just naturally love women. But we live in a world and in a time where, hey, by all means, sis, knock yourself out. And by nature, on average, the decision making process does not lead to anywhere worth going. But hey, you may feel differently, and that's why I have a comment section. So let me know what you're thinking there. And until the next one.